We have a fantastic show for you coming up. It's going to be jam-packed. It's going to be...
Hey, buddy!
Action.
How's it going?
Doing good.
What's wrong with you? You going upstairs? What a tightwad. Look at him. You're all stiff. How's it going?
I'm doing good, but while you're here, why don't we ask you some questions?
Sure. I'll be happy to give you some questions.
Well, great. You saw the Suicide Kids are the new BSE Tag Team Champions. How do you feel about that?
First of all, let me just say it straight out. There are 3 rules to TNT. Number 1, TNT is number 1. Number 2, every other team is number 2.
And what exactly is the 3rd rule?
Don't be an idiot.
Oh, that was uncalled for.
Here, to set the record straight, if you watch, if you buy, if you purchase, if you download, if you look online, you will see that every time TNT is in the ring with the Suicide Kids, there's always been one outcome.
What outcome is that?
You know what outcome. You've seen the tapes. Total mayhem, destruction. We beat them for fun. Now, somehow, the little punks have sneaked through the little cracks in the system politically and have gotten themselves a little bit of gold around their waist. We want that gold.
Are you saying that that's a challenge to the Suicide Kids?
Wait a minute. Hey man, what's up? Tornado, what are you wearing? You're embarrassing me. God, go get changed. Put your gear on. Gear. No, good. The 80s called. They want their gear back. Well, get your stuff on.
What was that?
You know what? You don't need to ask so many stupid questions. What you gotta do? You gotta start holding yourself strong and proper instead of being a puss. Here's the deal. Suicide Kids, I don't like it. But I like what you're wearing. I'm coming for it.
There you have it. That's a challenge if I ever heard one. The Suicide Kids are being challenged by TNT, Tyson Dukes, and El Tornado. Very soon you could see them be challenging for the Tag Team Championships of the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Well, this is going to be an interesting matchup to say the least, featuring 2 guys that have a very, very storied history.
Oh, these two, like I said before, Dave, say TNT and the Suicide Kids have been fighting up and down the coast, up and down the highways, byways of Ontario, here landing in Timmins. This feud is hot-blooded, and they just, frankly, it's just teams just don't like each other. I mean, at one point we thought there was some mutual respect had, but we realized, no, you realize, I knew that TNT never had much respect for the Suicide Kids. I mean, these guys are veterans in the business. Tyson Dukes and his partner, El Tornado. And these rookie kids are walking around with what they feel is their tag team championships.
Well, the Suicide Kids are your tag team champions, and we're going to see one half of those tag team champions in action taking on Tyson Dukes. This will be a fantastic match. I can guarantee you that this is going to be an all-over-the-building kind of battle. These guys, they do not leave anything at the door.
Weighing in at 203 pounds, he is one half of the BSE Tag Team Champions, the Suicide Kids. He is Extremo!
A great reaction from the audience here. Very excited to see Extremo making his way to the ring, sporting his BSE Tag Team Championship belt.
And look at the glare from Tyson Dukes to see again. His eyes are focused on that tag team belt because he wants it right around his waist.
What a beautiful belt, held proudly by the Suicide Kids.
And again, all that's going to do is make Tyson Dukes mad. It's going to motivate him more. I mean, look, Tyson Dukes, look you can see the eyes, Dave. The guy's not 100% there. The guy's crazy, quite frankly.
Definitely a maniac, to say the least. But Tyson Dukes now will teach you a thing or two in the ring.
Oh, you can see that on the back of Tyson's got the word textbook, because everything he does is crisp, clean. It's textbook. The guy's been around this business, been in this business for many years. I mean, he's got so much athleticism, and you can see right there the power.
Wow, and he just keeps getting bigger and stronger every single time I see him in action. Tyson Dukes and Extremo, of course, as you mentioned earlier, many battles for tag team. For their tag teams representatively, the Suicide Kids and TNT, of course. They've gone for over a year and a half battling each other, and then were friends for a while, and then it was just a complete mess, top to bottom. These guys, it's a matter of respect, I think, for these two when it comes to competition, and they're all about it. Extremo is absolutely no slouch. Who do you give the advantage to in this one?
David, I mean, these guys know each other so well. The styles they both know each other's, styles so well. It's hard to say who's going to come up winner. Either one of these guys can win, but, I think the driving force here is, Tyson Dukes.
Battle the Suicide Kids for those tag team titles. Certainly don't think it's far off. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Dukes comes in.
Hard up.
Full of fire. What an elbow.
And again, you can see in the eyes, man, he knows Extremo's in pain right now. He knows he's hurt, and he's going to take every advantage of that situation.
Missing that elbow drop, though. It's Extremo back up to his feet.
Well, that's the
controlling the arm.
The quickness of the Suicide Kids, and that's what.
What a kick to the back. And one more time. Look at this. Look at this vault over. What an athlete. Look at that springboard kick right through the ropes. And look at this, the high flying action from Extremo. 1, 2, hooks the leg. Not enough for a 3 count, though.
And that's where the Suicide Kids can get you. That's where Extremo's especially, man. He uses the ring, all corners of the ring, the ropes, the turnbuckles, everything to his advantage. I mean, they weave and bomb and hit and move, and that's how we've gotten the success so far. It's gotten the tag team championships.
Quite possibly the tag team of the year in 2006 and 2007. Of course, they continue that role by winning the BSE Tag Team Championships, and a huge chop to the chest by Extremo, and another one in that premier BSE Tag Team tournament. What a great tournament that was.
Oh, it's a fantastic 8-team tournament, and ultimately the Suicide Kids prevailed, but again,
you wonder how long it'll last with the great athletes in BSE as we see textbook Tyson Dukes.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen the Revolutions on this show. We saw in previous show the Blackouts, all powerful teams. I mean, BSE, it might say, is part of the foundation, is the tag team.
Hang on now, 1, 2.
Is the tag team roster, and both of these guys are a big part of that.
Textbook now, grab the hand of hair. Not too much to grab, though, as he picks up Extremo. Oh, punch to the midsection. Nothing pretty about that. Nothing textbook about a left hand into the stomach.
Well, it's textbook if it's effective, and that certainly was. And so was that clothesline that knocked Extremo down flat in his back and going for the 3 count.
Measures him up, and the one thing you got to admire about Tyson Dukes is that he doesn't need to use his entire body. He picks his spot, and he uses that clothesline. A beautiful short arm, just flexing that arm and then driving it right into the chest and neck area of Extremo, who's in a bad place. As Dukes comes off now, that whirlwind elbow drop right into the solar plexus of Extremo.
Oh, and one of the expands are jawing to Tyson Dukes. I mean, he's not a guy you want to make upset. The guy's he'll go and slap a fan. Why not?
Oh, kick to the back. Now Extremo trying to fight his way up from the mat.
And this is where Dukes is at his most dangerous, man. When he's got you hurt, he's like a shark who smells blood. He just goes after you. Wow.
Huge scoop down to the mat.
You can see him working on the back and the shoulder area of Extremo. I mean, he, again, pinpoint accuracy on those damaging blows. And Extremo is in a bad way right now.
Look at his press now. No, quick, go blow up now. Look at this now. 1, 2. Oh, I thought Extremo was able to sneak out a victory real quick, but
you can see Extremo there wasn't 100%, didn't have the strength to hold Tyson Dukes down for a 3 count. And this is certainly not going to help matters in that regard either. I mean, Dukes using the moves to his advantage again. The guy's a veteran. He knows every trick, every tactic, and does everything effectively.
Dukes now trying to Crucifix Pin 2. And look at this now, another roll from Extremo, trying to get a quick victory. 1, 2. Look at this. Combinations. Oh, look at this. Could not do it. Dex